Good morning, everybody. This is the songbird, and as you can see, I'm still here sleeping next to this refrigerator in the kitchen. Two refrigerators, dressers in the kitchen, so-called slash living room. Look at that. And see, this is the bed. There's the back door. There's the kitchen, full of boxes and fryers and all kind of utensils that all come half asleep. All kind of stuff that does not belong in a bedroom. It belongs in a kitchen, shelves. I don't have enough room for anything. Here's that refrigerator again. There's my beautiful $500 table that's getting chipped away one piece at a time. There's my other $500 table that's getting chipped up one piece at a time, my dragon. Here's the back door again. It's my bed. Here's my bed. Bed. And back to the TV. Literally. There's nothing in here. Bathroom on the other side of the kitchen door. There's no space in here. And as far as any giveaways, I like giveaways. I always like, different things, but I don't like to pay for a giveaway. Even, when they have sweepstakes and then they tell you to pay for the package. I mean, to me, that doesn't make any sense. Because if I had the money to pay for a package, then why would I need a giveaway? I mean, that doesn't make sense to me. I don't have money to give to anyone, not knowing if it's real or not, and I can't tell which celebrity page is real. I see the ones with the check marks. Now, I do see that I asked Facebook and I looked at YouTube to figure out which celebrity pages are real and what is not real. And because, I don't have time to waste talking to anyone that's not a real... I don't mean that. I mean, if they're not if it's supposed to be a celebrity, I need to know if it's really a celebrity. Otherwise, I'm going to sue Facebook. I'm saying this out loud, and it's legal. Because I don't have time to waste if it's not real. I have so much to do all the time. I don't have time for anything that's not real. That's all I need to say. I don't have time for anything. If it's not real, I don't want nothing to do with it. If it's not real, just don't waste my time. You can't convince me that it's real. I make videos. I know celebrities make videos too, but then they have AI, and I don't know what's going on, but I do know that if it's real, then if it's a real celebrity, they should be able to call me, or I want to hear the voice and I want to see the face. And I can't even trust that because I don't know about AI, and it's really sad. I don't know what to do. I might miss something really good because, of that. But either way, and I could risk my little wallet because I don't know. Either way, it could be good or bad. But I'm not just the one that just runs and jumps on anything. I'm not that one. I don't just run and jump on any opportunity. Look, this is why I want to get out of here. There's mold in here. There's mold up there. Okay? I don't want to hear, well, what did anybody do? Nobody did anything. Everybody knows about it. Okay, so let's just get that question and answer out the way right now. And why don't you move? I don't want to hear that question because you're not in my shoes and you're not going to come over here and give me a ride to take me to all the places that are available. So if you're not going to do that, please don't ask that question. Okay? Don't say, oh, well, she could do this, she could do that. Just remember you're not in my shoes. No, I'm not being hostile and I don't have an attitude. I'm just telling the truth and I'm just being serious. I had a really good night's sleep last night after watching and listening to Denzel Bay. It was really, 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 really pertinent. Very pertinent in my mind, and I really, really enjoyed it. I always watch Denzel Bay, Denzel Motivation, empowering women. Yes, yes, yes. As much as I can, I watch it. Yep. I can't believe how small this room is. This is one room that's supposed to be. Never mind that. People ask me, well, how much room do I need if I'm only, I don't have any kids anymore. It's not about that. I need a really, really big kitchen for my cooking show. I need counter space so I can roll out dough, bread dough and knead dough, whatever, make pie dough and make cakes and pies, and I have so many utensils now to sit up on the counter and in the whatever. I just need to get me a glass cabinet to put all my pots in that are sealed, so that I don't want anything and nothing crawling on my pots. I'm not dust mites, not nothing. I'm really serious about my kitchen. This is not a kitchen. This is nobody's kitchen. When the stove was there, I could stand at the stove and lean on the wall. I mean, come on. I got dizzy once when I was cooking. My sugar was low, and I fell on the floor over here and turned around, spent everything. I didn't even have all this stuff in here. I had a marble table. I had to get rid of it. That marble table fell on top of me. I had one arm, I banged my head on the stove, the door on the way down, and twisted and fell on the floor, and something I'm always going and twisting, and what's going on with that. Oh, excuse me. And someone asked me if I was going to church this morning. That was a really good compliment, because I just woke up, and if I look that good when I just open my eyes, well, then that person sees the real me. And I'm sure everybody can't see that. And anyone, when they first wake up, if I look like I'm going to church, then they must be seeing a really good part of me, the best part of me. Good stretch in the morning. I do not look like I'm going to nobody's church right now. And if so, that's what made me think either that's a generated machine talking to me on this text message. And if Facebook is setting up generated texting, I don't appreciate it. Now, I'm not accusing you, Facebook, but I need to know what's going on, because I don't do stuff just for fun. I mean, I do some stuff for fun, like painting, drawing, crocheting. But as far as spending my time, again, speaking to a AL generated text or something like that, to me, that's a waste of time. Because if anybody needs to talk to me, it needs to be personal, one-on-one, not some generated machine. I'm not dealing with that. And I feel like if I ask a really, really good question, I better get a real answer. I better start seeing a real face of the celebrities, or I'm not dealing with it at all. Not at all. If I could get a real video call or something like that, then I would believe it. But other than that, I'm not going to believe it. Maybe if I lived in Hollywood, I would believe they were reaching out and talking to me. I would believe that. Yeah, it doesn't matter that my music is on the radio. It does matter for the messages for everybody. I'm saying as far as me speaking to celebrities. Okay, why would I believe that a celebrity's talking to me and I'm way over here and I haven't even, I just need to know if it's real. I never chased any celebrities, and I've never been anybody's fan. Let's get that straight. Because since I was 4 years old, I could sing and people were chasing me around. Just that I didn't have the millionaire house, billionaire house, whatever. Okay, but I still have the same feeling. I know what it's like when people are chasing you and telling you how wonderful you are just because you can sing, which to me was not a compliment. I'm going to say that again. I'm sorry. It's not, because I want somebody, but I'm not here for that, for everybody to love me. And that is part of me. So I accept that now because I have no, that's what I came back for. And literally I don't have a choice now but to sing. And while I'm here, kind of like a contract, and here I am talking again in my morning voice. As you can see, it's definitely my morning voice is not normal. I hear it's really, I need my lemon and my hot tea, and I'm sitting here talking about this because, excuse me. I'm just trying to wake up now. I need something to drink. I'm thirsty. My throat is very, very dry right now. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Okay, early in the morning. Now, I know there's there's pages that I joined, and some of them are fan pages of the celebrities. And honestly, and it says that I can connect to other fans. I'm sorry, and I'm not sorry. I don't want to connect with other fans. I don't have time. I do not have time to connect with other people's fans or mine. I really don't even have time for that. Now, if I'm able to connect to a celebrity to collaborate or to have a conversation of something important, then I will do that. But as far as just talking to some generated, I'll say it again, AI generated text, which I saw something somewhere that said that on YouTube. I don't know what that meant. I don't know if it means that the real person wrote it, said it, and the AI repeated it, or the AI made it up, because I'm not down with that. I'm really not. I'm a people one-on-one. I like one-on-one. I don't like crowds, none of that. Okay, just like even when I sing, no, I'm not a billionaire getting billions, but when I sing just in a little club, I sing 3 songs for $200. Everybody knows that. 3 songs, because I'm agoraphobic. I'm not sitting there. I don't talk to I don't mingle, I do my song and I leave. I leave so fast. One lady said, "You left so fast, we didn't get to pay you." She called me to come get my money the next day. My son took me, and I was really kind of fast on that too, because I'm agoraphobic, and I was even rushing him. I'm like, I gotta go home. I'm agoraphobic real bad. Or should I say really good. It saved me from a lot. It saved me from viruses and all kinds of dirt germs that I don't want to speak of. In all different kind of situations. Because why? Because I'm agoraphobic. It saved me from a lot. Maybe some would say I missed a lot. I would say I gained a lot. I go to my friend Betty Collins' house when I don't feel at home here. Like right now, I'm here at home, and the bedroom is in there. The door is closed. The door's been closed since last night when I bleached the bathroom and the hallway from the kitty cats peed over there in the hallway, and by the front door. And I bleached the bathroom because I don't like roaches. I saw one. The neighbor moved out upstairs. I don't care where they want somewhere to go. They're not coming here. I don't have roaches. I don't want to ever have them. I don't care who doesn't like bleach or whatever their reasons are for closing that door, and that's why I have to go and do what I need to do. I go to my friend Mary Collins' house because sometimes I love her. She's a good friend. So let's just get that straight right there. But also, there's always people at the back door, the front door, picking the lock. It's just so sickening. I made a video once. I was doing a nature video. I went to the store on my way coming back. I still had the video on, and the freaking doorknob was hanging off. But the screws were just about out. So I guess I made it back just in time before they could actually get the doorknob all the way off to get in here. I've had a home invasion while I was sitting right in here. I don't even want to get into that. Some people say that I'm paranoid because it never happened to them. Like, how can I be paranoid if it already happened? It's not like something that I imagined it happened or thought might happen. It happened in this apartment. Okay? When the person that's not in that bedroom is not here, people just come in my house like I have no rights. That's why I have a hammer by the bed, a saw, a hatchet. I have a meat cleaver. I keep it very sharp. I don't have a gun because you can't take that. I can't take it back if I have to saw somebody, but they probably could live if I don't hit any arteries, and I know where everything is. So basically, if somebody wanted to try to come in here, I could hit them with the hammer or just cut them real quick and they'll just run away. And, because I'm not going to sit here anymore. When they came in here, I had just been home out of the hospital maybe over a year, and my brain was still even not correct because I was still seeing a neurologist. Okay. And I had brain bleeding for months. That was a very long fall from the clouds. My son hates when I say that, I know. I don't care who hates it. That's what happened, and that's real. It didn't just, she had an accident one day and she's still talking about it. No. It was a long-lasting effect with lots and lots of damage, internal. And my brain was part of it. That doesn't mean I'm stupid. What it does mean is that I did come home like a baby, sort of. Whole body and a grown-up body, and I learned fast, though. It didn't take me 20 years to learn everything I learned in 20 years. I'm sorry to say for myself, it took me half of that time, which is still a long time. I was very upset about that when I realized, when I really realized, say 7 years, okay, 7, it felt like 10. When I realized how much I lost as far as my brain, and how much, people were just having fun with me. Like, this is not a joke. You can't just do what you want to people and say, well, they won't notice it. They won't notice because they don't even know what's going on. I think you're really going to get away with it. It's not. And then, when I get mad about something, and the same people that are trying to walk on me are telling me I have an attitude. That's really evil, in my opinion. It's early in the morning. I want to get things straight right now before I go take care of business. And this is part of business. And all of it is part of business, what I'm speaking of, and life, because I'm not going to be held up by anything that's not real. And like I said, I never chased any celebrity, because I know what it's like not to have the mansion and all that. No, but I know what it's like to be chased by people because of your talent. I know what that's like. Okay, so it doesn't amaze me, and it doesn't faze me at all. Seeing a star, it doesn't faze me, not at all. We can stand side by side. I'm not going to stand beside you. I'm not going to follow you. Someone followed me first, and that really, really touched my heart. When I saw the celebrity, it said, Snoop Dogg followed you. I almost passed out. That I did feel starstruck at that moment, because to have someone follow me, that is a celebrity, is a special, very special thing. Of course it is. Of course. Okay? But since I was 4, people been crying when I sing. My mouth is saying, they started crying. Grown people were crying. So I knew what it's like to feel like a star. I don't have to have all the millions and billions of dollars to know what that feels like. I would like to know what that part feels. I never wanted that part, but now I do. because I'm sleeping in the kitchen next to the fridge, for God's sakes. And every time I open the door, my bed is in the way. It's sad. It's just going too far with it. You know, when I was 15 and I said, I don't want to go to Hollywood. I want to suffer with the people. Well, but I didn't mean like this. This is just taking it too far. And now I've outgrown it. I guess obviously I've outgrown what I intended, because I got this big old bed. I had a bed that was in there, the big wooden one, and it got torn apart because the room is too small. I don't even want to discuss the rest of it. That bed cost me $4,000, and now it's torn apart. It looks like trash. It just, every time I see that bed and the little pieces that are left in it, you know, through somebody else, that I don't even want to talk about it anymore. And I have so much stuff that I bought with the little bit of money I had, and it got torn apart. Not by me. Not by me, you know. And with the little bit of money I have 4 TVs, and I don't remember why. I gave away one, and, you know, I'm here alone. I don't need all these television sets. And the girl was like, I don't have nothing to watch, and I gave it to her. Next thing you know, her boyfriend breaks it. I mean, I don't have stuff to give away for people to break, and I want stuff to bring in my house for somebody to tear it apart when they're upset. I don't appreciate these things. I never said I wanted to go this far with all the suffering. I said I want to know what it feels like, so that I could, when I did start singing for God and using my talent, that I wouldn't just be some person that making a lot of money and not caring about people. That was the whole purpose, and to understand what real love was. So I didn't want to be around the wrong person with millions and trillions of dollars and not know if they really cared about me. I needed to know the difference first. There was only one way for me to know the difference, and that's not to have the money. Because that's what people only show you how they really feel, is when you don't have nothing. And I just had enough of this. I really had enough. And I hope Facebook is examining this. I signed something for them to look at everything and read everything before I see it, just in case it's potentially harmful. And I hope you're looking at this, because you better not be wasting my time with fake celebrities or celebrities that are just writing to me digitally. I don't have time for that. It needs to be real. Or please don't bother me.